Boston Red Sox here at PNC Park. Festivities outside the ballpark as well. A lot going on this weekend, and there's always mayhem when that guy's in the lineup. We're talking, of course, about Jake Mangum, and he was at it again yesterday in Miami. He helped lead the way. The Pirates collecting 16 hits, including the triple by Mangum that occurred in the 5th inning. He was balked home. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Just all over the place, Bob.
Yes, he has been all over the place. He's really softened the blow with Cruz going down for so long. That, going out there playing center field and hitting over 300. And Triolo also a big game yesterday. Bottom part of the lineup really coming through with some big hits. A ground ball through that left side. Knocked in a couple, and then adding what turned out to be a single.
Off a tough right-hander. Javier Sano is tough.
Good breaking ball, you can see there.
Well, this guy, he's no joke. We're talking about the left-hander, the rookie, who's been outstanding, Jake Bennett, for these Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, he's been very good. You look at his walks and hits, per 9 innings. That's an excellent number. Last 4 starts, 5-something ERA, but all in all, he's pitched very well, and it's got the 7 base on balls there. I think if you take away his point buys, he's only walked, I believe, 10 this season. So normally he is a very good strike thrower, and we'll have to deal with that.
Point by the way, is
intentional walks.
Bob, yeah, Bob's definition of intentional walks. His nickname for them. Pirates.
Well, they don't actually walk him anymore,
Looking to do their thing.
They give him a point buy.
It is a Friday night, City Connect Unis night here at PNC Park. And there is the rookie righty Bubba Chandler getting ready to take on these Boston Red Sox, making his 24th appearance, his 23rd start of the year. And Bob, what are tonight's keys to the game presented by your Western PA Buick dealers?
Well, they're very similar. They take place around home plate. Bubba, we talked about this a little bit in our open. I mentioned it. Throwing strikes is really big for him. He did that great his last time out. Be like Braxton. Go hammer that strike zone. Get after those hitters. Try to be efficient. And then on the other side of that, we need to be aggressive with the bats. Their guy is a strike thrower. I think he's only been over 90 pitches once this year. And he's always throwing into the 6th or 7th inning. So he's very efficient with his pitches. Throws strikes. We got to get after him early.
Lineup for the Red Sox. It's Nick Sogard. Masataka Yoshida will follow. Adley Rutschman recently acquired in the Orioles deal. Wilson Contreras, Wilyer Abreu. Kalen Durbin is the 3rd baseman. Jaron Duran, Andrew Monasterio, and Eli White for the Red Sox. And Nick Sogard ready to go. Switch hitting 2nd baseman. Takes ball 1.
Car Shield shows you Bubba's numbers this year. Got a lot of strikes, but also has 62 walks. And that's the number he has to do better at. Really, I think from here on to the end of the season, that's got to be a goal of his, is get much more consistent with those walk numbers. Keep them down to, say, 3 or below per 9 innings would be good.
Toward the line and left, long run, but there is Brian Reynolds just before crossing over the line. So Reynolds in left, and Pirates defense is brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress. Jake Mangum in center, Esmerlin Valdez in right. Rafael Flores Jr. had a big day yesterday behind the plate. He's at first base. Brandon Lau at second. Nick Gonzalez, Jared Triolo on the left side. Henry Davis catches Chandler. Masataka Yoshida, the DH, takes ball one. Home plate umpire Ryan Wills. Yoshida with 5 homers, 27 runs batted in. The other umpires include Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, at third. One thing about Chandler, and Bob mentioned the walk, 62 of them tied for third most in the league. Robbie Ray, now of the Padres, 65. Andrew Abbott of the Reds, 64. 62 for Chandler. And the keys to the game, be more like Braxton. He is trying to be more like Braxton in that he's trying to get the Axcraft pace going. And here's a timeout called, and so the Red Sox will try and disrupt it as much as possible. But that's one thing that Ashcraft's gotten real good at, Bob.
Yeah, these guys are got 2/3 of
diving stop from his knees. Can't get anything on it. Triolo.
2/3 of Ray Miller's old mantra. The work fast, throw strikes. Now the last part is change speeds. They don't do a whole lot of that. They overpower you. That's what these guys do. But yeah, work fast, throw strikes, get into that groove, that rhythm.
Adley Rutschman now. Well, that goes as a hit. Triolo kind of misjudging it to a degree. Strike is called. That's a hit. Rutschman just off the injured list about a week after the trade. He's played in 2 games. This is his 3rd game as a member of the Red Sox. 0-2. 67 games with the Orioles this year. 251, 8 homers, 47 RBIs. Returned right wrist inflammation. Had him on the injured list.
Hey, the ground ball looks good. The ground ball looks good.
0-2. Somebody's saying the fastball looks good down there. 96, 1-2 on Rutschman.
The velocity's not really overpowering yet. I think he kind of did this in his last start, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
By about the 3rd, 4th inning, we started seeing him hit 100. Tried to channel his Verlander.
There was a changeup, by the way, but Rutschman just got a piece of it. Wilson Contreras on deck.
Do you hear that last one?
Yes.
That's 98.
He should have his own. Give that guy an iPad.
Yeah.
His own keys to the game.
Still hadn't hit a fastball yet. It's only the 3rd hitter. I don't think that's you can go with that yet.
2-2. Struck him out looking with a changeup.
How come that guy didn't yell nice changeup?
Sure fooled Rutschman.
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to be high.
That strikeout presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future.
If it had been a fastball, though, it would have probably stayed up a little bit better. Might have ended up high, but the changeup fell right there at the last moment. Just caught the top of the zone.
One ball, no strikes. 2-0. Levin Furniture Mattress strike zone. By the way, our strike zone is down. We'll try and get that to you as soon as we can. Two and one. Slider there from Bubba Chandler.
Well, that's perfect spot for it. That's good command. We can put it right there.
Weekly hit to the right side of the infield and on to first, and Bubba Chandler puts a 0 up at the top of the 1st inning, and now see what the Pirates could do against the left-hander Jake Bennett. Things off for the Pirates tonight. Rest of the lineup: Ronnie Simon, hitting designated hitter. Ryan Reynolds be followed by Esmerlin Valdez, back in the cleanup spot after being dropped last few games. Brandon Lau, Rafael Flores, Jake Mangum, talked about him, and doing good work against lefties and righties. Jared Triolo, Henry Davis against this southpaw, Jake Bennett. You know all about the Pirates' struggles against left-handers. He's a 25-year-old rookie from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Bennett's numbers that we're talking about.
Gave up 4 runs against the Athletics his last time out. And he may have struggled his last couple of starts, but one thing continues is his good work in the first inning in particular, and he has good defense behind him. Wilson Contreras, Nick Sogard on the right side of the infield. Andrew Monasterio is the shortstop. Caleb Durbin is at third base. Jaron Duran, Eli White, Wilyer Abreu in the outfield left to right, and Adley Rutschman behind the plate. They're missing Cedar Rafaela. That's a big item. And Red Sox fans hoping that it's nothing terribly serious. He was hit by a pitch in Toronto yesterday. There is Chad Tracy, the son of the former Pirate skipper Jim Tracy. And like every team in baseball, the Red Sox have had their share of injuries. They won't get any sympathy from the other side, the dugout the Pirates are occupying.
Something everybody has to go through.
Simon, a little 5-game hitting streak, playing in his 8th game since coming up from the minor leagues. But Jake Bennett, opponents are 3 for 42 against him in the first inning in his now 14 starts in the big leagues. ERA of 0 in the first inning. Three and 2 on Simon. Eight hits and 24 at bats at the major league level. Cracks this one deep to left center field. Approaching the fence, and a nice running grab by Eli White. The veteran outfielder filling in for Rafaela. An outstanding catch.
Yeah, a little too high. Gave him time to run underneath it with all that hang time. He came a long way too. You could see there when the video started, he's over into right center at the crack of the bat. Yelling, I'm sure as loud as he could, that he had the catch. Did not want to have to worry about running into two things, the fence and his left fielder.
When Rafaela is in there, the Red Sox outfielders have a 48 defensive runs saved mark. By far the best in baseball. The Cubs are second. 2-0 on Brian Reynolds. Happy to be back home and happy to be facing these Red Sox. A .425 career batting average versus Boston.
Let's go.
Two balls and a strike. Couldn't hold up. It's 2-2 on Reynolds.
That called by home plate umpire, but it didn't matter because he gets rung up every time on a check.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a hitter that gets caught on more check swings by the base umpires. Something about the way he must check, stop his hand, something must make it look like he goes every time.
Yep. That's still 2-2. Hitless in his last 13 at bats, and with just 4 hits in his last 22 ABs. Last couple weeks batting just over 200, so he's trying to get back in that good groove. But he strikes out against Bennett, and it's 1-2-3 and out. It's 0-0 after 1.
Night here at PNC Park, and fans had the opportunity to learn a little bit about the players who impacted that league locally. The Pittsburgh Pirates and Homestead Grades took the field with some very talented players, and members of their families were honored before the game. We had a chance to pay tribute to guys like Gus Greenlee, Harold Tinker, Vic Harris, Cumberland Posey, Clarence Bruce, Udi Napier, Willis Moody, and Josh Gibson. The celebration continues tonight for the families up in the World Series suite, and fans here tonight can also learn more about the history at the base of the left field rotunda. Really cool to see all the members of those players out on the field.
Dan, they were seeing too on the screen the pregame introductions. Some of the distant family members are Sean Gibson, who has certainly kept his great-grandfather's legacy alive and thriving in Pittsburgh. The Crawfords and the Grays, historic franchises. That nice play made there by Mangum. A tough play lined right at him, but Wilyer Abreu lines out.
Well, he sure played it well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He went right to the spot and stood there, and if he didn't catch it, it would hit him in the chin. Perfectly read. Run to the spot, stand there, boom. Nice job.
And now a little flare. Catch made.
A little bit of sun still left out in center field.
A couple of outs now in the second for Bubba Chandler, who gave up an infield hit to Yoshida in the first, and now faces Jarren Duran. Just 4 hits in his last 31 at bats, dropping his average to 201. The Red Sox snapped their 5-game losing streak in Toronto yesterday. Seven 0 shutout, beat Max Scherzer. Chandler, 2.36 ERA over his last 5 starts.
I'm taking him a number. I'm taking him a number.
9-0 win over the Mets last weekend. He went 6. Fastball up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh.
He certainly has got a nice pace going. He gets it and looks right in, gets the pitch call, and comes right to the plate.
The top of the second inning, or bottom half of the second inning, here on the North Shore. And with Chad Tracy, the son of former Pirates manager Jim Tracy, who was named interim manager of the Red Sox, he and his father joined a very cool list in our Penn West University Educating You. We learned that they are the 6th father and son to manage in the big leagues. Now, earlier today, I had a chance to ask Chad about moving into being a manager. He said that, you know, he always wanted to be one, even before he began playing baseball at the lower levels, high school, college, and in the minors. But when he entered the minor leagues in 2006, he did have a chance to visit Jim here in Pittsburgh and PNC Park. He stayed with him a lot during the offseason. Of course, as you would imagine, Jim, who now lives in Florida, still trades out text messages with Chad. And yes, of course, there's probably some questions about certain decisions that were made. But hey, Jim watches every game that Chad works with the Red Sox. So, hi, Jim. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, Dan, we asked Jim.
There is one time he doesn't. When the game is on the same time as South Park, he doesn't watch it.
I hope he's watching our telecast. I'm guessing he's watching the Red Sox. We chatted with Jim today via texting and talked to Chad as well. And yeah, his dad was a huge South Park fan and one of our absolute favorites.
Oh, yeah.
But Chad Tracy, he's
great guy.
Playing at Pepperdine when Dad was the manager here of the Pirates, as Valdez pops this one up. And looking like it's going out of play. But as Dan Potash just talked about, the father-son combos over the years, a handful of them, including former Pirate hitting coach Bob Skinner. He was a manager of the Padres and the Phillies back in the day. Joel Skinner was a big league manager for a time of the White Sox. Valdez count now 3-2. Brandon Lau on deck. Esmeralda Valdez all of a sudden down in Miami. What was it? Was it the Marlins pitching to him and other teams were being very careful, or Valdez just decided to be more aggressive? But he went from not being able to put the ball in play, 19 straight plate appearances, to there's a swing and a miss on the strikeout, an aggressive swing and a miss on a changeup down and away. We'll see if Valdez doesn't kind of get back into that July form.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody thought, well, he's going to cool off. But not really to the extent that he cooled off. That, I think, is a little surprising. And I think a part of that, Greg, is because while he was red hot, a lot of that was because some of the adjustments he was making in game and game to game, that, you know, you'd see him maybe get up, you know, the fastball upstairs was going to eat him up for a couple of bats. And then the next thing you know, he's hitting a fastball upstairs over the fence for a big home run. And he was making these adjustments to react to what the other team was trying to do to him. And watching him do that, I thought, well, he's going to cool off, but certainly don't see a big slump, because he looks like a guy that can figure it out on the fly. But now, yeah, it's been a difficult month of August.
2-1 on Lau. Most often the Pirates' #2 hitter, but Don Kelly and the Pirates are trying to figure out a way to hit left-handed pitching. And they drop Lau to the 5 spot. Nick Gonzalez leading off. And Ronnie Simon hits second tonight against Jake Bennett. 2-2 count. He has struck out 2 straight Pirates. 3 in a row now. And 2 outs in the second inning. Left-handed hitters bat .181 against him this year. Righties .245. He was drafted out of Oklahoma in the 2nd round by the Washington Nationals 4 years ago. Rafael Flores Jr. had his biggest day in the big leagues. Xfinity batting stats, reliable Wi-Fi at one price, both at the plate and behind the plate. Threw out his first base runner. Caught the complete game by Ashcraft. And homered in each of his last 2 at-bats.
He's pushed that OPS of his up over 900.
Right down the middle there. Fastball 1-2. Pirates place Andy Rodriguez on the injured list, and does not sound good. It doesn't sound like it's going to be any time soon for his return. So for now, it's Flores and Henry Davis as the catching tandem. It's this one a long way to right field. To the wall. Opposite field. Home run. RFJ. The other way. He's homered in 3 straight at bats, and it's 1-0.
You know, the first pitch to him was a good changeup. Got ahead. And then the second strike was that fastball down the middle you mentioned. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he set him up with that changeup to throw that fastball by him. And now I see the next changeup hit over the right field fence. And I'm like, well,
it was this other setup.
Who set who up? That was fun to watch, that the way that came
sequence,
about.
Yeah. Mangum showing bunt, strike called. So, Rafael Flores Jr. here it is.
Changeup?
Yeah.
Now, Bennett, I'm sure, was thinking, okay, start him off with the changeup for a strike, and then I threw that fastball right by him down the middle. Now he's got to be worried about that. I can go back to my changeup. Well, he did, and the ball is in the stands. Nice job of hitting.
How about that? Rafael Flores, who homered in each of his last 2 at-bats down in Miami yesterday. Now a challenge, first one of the night. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Catcher challenging the pitch.
Rushman. He was right.
Here's a strike. The batter's out.
Strikes out Mangum, but Rafael Flores Jr. goes oppo to give the Pirates a 1-0 lead. Is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. Rafael Flores Jr., the home run to give the Pirates the lead. Now Bubba Chandler in this top of the 3rd inning. Ball 1 to Andrew Monasterio, who will be followed by Eli White and then Nick Sogard. He has struck out 2 through the first 2 innings. That's a ball and 2 strikes, and he's ready to go. There's Triolo. 1 out. Now time for our Penn West University stat of the day. Most innings pitched this season by pitchers age 23 or younger. Chase Burns and Bubba Chandler, 1-2 on that list. We just saw Eury Perez of the Marlins, and we missed Peyton Tolley. He pitched yesterday and pitched a good one. 8 innings for the Red Sox.
He certainly is acting a lot like Ashcraft. How quick he is rolling.
He turns 24, by the way, in 1 month. 1 month from today. The Lawrenceville, Georgia native, 3rd round pick by the Pirates 5 years ago. Chandler made 7 appearances last year for the Pirates, 4 of them starts. On his glove, the word execute.
That's a new looking glove too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got a mark on that baby.
Still 2-2 on Eli White, who has played now in 7 games as a member of the Red Sox. Hit .233 with the Braves. Up and in, check swing foul. Eli White.
I used to write things on my glove too.
Care to share?
Well, they really they were hard to read because I used pine tar to write.
There's 99 from Bubba Chandler.
They don't let you do that anymore. You have to use like ink now.
Yeah. Or stitch it in there.
Yeah, stitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to write when you get like pine tar on your finger.
Struck him out. 99. Third strikeout. 2 up, 2 down here in the third. Look of the rising fastball there.
Yeah, we're going to see some hundreds probably here soon.
Drops in the curveball.
Starting to look a lot like last year when he came up and was incredible strike thrower.
Yeah, last year, 31 major league innings, walked 4. After
which was, I think, a little bit of surprise to everybody.
After walking 53 in 100 innings in the minors. Past him, shortstop is there, Triolo. And a 1-2-3 third for Chandler. Bucks up 1-0. Baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. And by Cohen Markets, free ice cream is back at Cohen Markets. Club Cohen members get a free Hershey's ice cream sandwich all summer long. Bucco fans enjoying the Josh Gibson t-shirts giveaway tonight, and a line drive to center field off the bat of Jared Triolo. That was stung. He's retired. Hit it toward the center fielder Eli White. Triolo had a 3-hit game, including a home run yesterday in Miami.
Yeah, you can't hit the ball much better than they did right there. Hopefully is still locked in.
Henry Davis coming to the plate, trying to get locked in here against Jake Bennett. The numbers for Henry Davis. Shows bunt. And of course, they keep track of everything. There's every stat imaginable, even those that you can't imagine that they produce. And in the game notes today, it mentions that Henry Davis is hitting .318 on Fridays with an OPS over 1,000. So this is his day to shine. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fridays at home or Fridays everywhere? I wonder, maybe it's just the uniform.
Likes those city connects.
Yeah.
Do anything. Do anything.
2-2. Chop towards second. Sogard on to Contreras. Tomorrow night, it's the Red Sox and Bucks, game 2 of this 3-game series. It's a 7:15 first pitch. First 20,000 fans will get a PNC Park replica statue honoring the 25th anniversary of PNC Park. It's presented by PNC. Go to pirates.com tomorrow night, 7:15. First pitch with Sonny Gray for Boston against Jared Jones. Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Dan Potash was talking about the father-son combinations over the years of Major League managers. Jim Tracy, former Pirate skipper, and now his son Chad Tracy. Well, Brian Tracy, Chad's brother, a longtime Pirate scout, almost 20 years, he signed Jared Jones, who pitches tomorrow. So Chad's brother, who's he going to be rooting for tomorrow? You know he's going to be rooting for Jared. In fact, I think he was asked, Bob, if he wanted to come and watch his brother manage. He said, no, because I don't want to be good luck for him. 1-2 on Nick Gonzalez.
Well, I'm glad he found Jonesy.
Yeah.
He is quite a talent.
Ooh, close. I asked Jared today, I said, so was Brian like one of those scouts was like following you, when you were real young? He kind of chuckled. He said, well, everybody kind of knew me around. He's quite a talent. Shallow center field, but that's going to carry.
Yeah, when you have an arm like that, you don't get overlooked.
People notice you. Toyota Rav, 4th inning. Pirates lead 1-0. The home run, Rafael Flores Jr. First of a 6-game homestand, 3 with the Sox, and the Tigers come in starting on Monday night. Masa Yoshida got an infield hit in the 1st inning, the only man to reach so far against Chandler. Yoshida signed a 5-year contract to come to the States and play for the Red Sox back in December of 2022. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He has 5 home runs this year.
And he's working fast and throwing. I think he's like 2-1 strikes at this point, something like that. He is going after these hitters.
Strikes out that hitter.
You get ahead, you put the pressure on the hitter to try and play defense, and that's what you get, a very defensive swing. Just trying to protect him and get something put in play, and you end up chasing.
Red Sox team batting average of .248 is 2nd highest in the American League, behind only the Tampa Bay Rays. Ball 1 on Rutschman. Strike at the bottom of the zone. '51st pitch of the night coming up.
He's only thrown 14 balls so far. Everything else been a strike. 15 now.
Ground ball, foul. 2 outs. Come out to PNC Park, enjoy Pirates games with your family, friends, co-workers, and more. Group tickets come with price savings, loaded value, and much more. To purchase tickets for your group, visit pirates.com/groups.
488, your shoes untied.
Oh my, you hear that bat break, and Gonzalez just could not get a good grip on that baseball. It'll be an infield hit for Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, you could tell by the velocity or the lack of velocity from that throw that he just did not have a hold of that baseball.
Broken bat.
If he would have had
infield hit,
some zip on that ball, which he couldn't get to, then maybe they would have had a chance. Even then, it would have probably been a bang bang play.
Slider.
Contreras looked like he wanted to go, but now Chandler holds it way inside. Misses badly with that slider. Wilson Contreras 3 steals in 6 tries. Wilyer Abreu has 10 homers since the All-Star break, 21 on the year. Count goes to 2-1 in his 4th season with Boston.
Don't be afraid to swing.
2-1. Count even.
99.
He lets Contreras know that he hasn't forgotten about him.
It's good for him to, let him know, but don't take any chances. Don't try to be too quick and throw the ball away.
Yeah, we've talked about that, Bob, even on the road trip. These Pirate pitchers and the combination, the catchers just worrying so much about base runners.
Yeah, this scenario right now, it's not like there's a Vince Coleman over there or something like that. You just got to make sure you get him to stop. Don't let him have a walking lead.
Line to right center. Have to hurry. Might have a chance to get him at the plate. The throw is gonna get him. Perfect relay. And the tag by Henry Davis. Contreras thrown out at the plate.
That's a pretty good defense right there. Good throw. Good throw. Right. I mean, that relay throw, nice. Good pick.
Nice defense. They throw out Wilson Contreras at the plate, trying to score on the Abreu double. There's Ronnie Simon. There's pitch strike.
I like the way he dropped that shin guard right in front of home plate, so there was no question did he get his hand in or not. No, he didn't. Still hadn't touched home plate, I don't believe.
Jake Mangum to Jared Triolo to Henry Davis.
Watch this relay throw, Greg. Especially watch Triolo. See how he took a couple little jab steps backwards? If he maintained his original spot, he's going to have to kind of backhand that ball and then turn to get into a throwing position. Couple little quick steps backwards keeps that ball in front of him, so he makes that perfect alignment of his shoulders to make the quick throw home. That might save you a half a second. Well, it's a close play. See that? See how he walked backwards, so the throw is still out in front of his chest instead of reaching behind him and trying to pull it back. That's probably the difference there. Even if he still makes the good throw, the difference between out and safe. Just his footwork out there in shallow right center.
Well done by all 3 men there. Mangum off the bounce, the bare hand to Triolo to Davis. Well, Triolo again shining defensively yesterday at third base. Mangum filling in admirably for O'Neill Cruz. In fact, it's not a secret that you're getting better defense in center.
This is another reason why you want to be careful with that throw to first place earlier.
Yeah. Line drive, Ronnie Simon on the 2-2 pitch. Hits that changeup into center.
Obviously, if you'd have made a bad throw on a pickoff throw, he would have been at second, scored on that, so that saves you a run.
HN Supermo look at the base hit.
Like Mangum hit.
Yeah.
You can see him adjust the pathway of the bat down to kind of like he's playing tennis or something. See Mangum do that a lot.
Reynolds struck out his first time. Lines this ball down the line and left. It is a fair ball and bounces over the seat, so it's a book rule double.
All right, nobody out. We're in business. Like to believe you're going to get 2 out of this inning now. Second, third, no outs.
Automatic double once it bounces over the wall into the seating section. So now the infield creeps in, and here is Esmerlin Valdez. Takes ball 1. He was a strikeout victim leading off the second inning. He had 2 hits yesterday, scored a couple of runs. Had 4 hits in the 3-game series in Miami. Line drive base hit. That's more like it. That's the magic the Pirates have been looking for. A 2-run double for Esmerlin Valdez. It's 3-0.
Back in July, he was such a tremendous RBI guy for the Pirates. I mean, he was a huge difference maker on that offense. Comes through here with a very hard hit ball.
Last 2 balls put in play, 110 miles an hour from Reynolds and now Valdez. Esmerlin Valdez collects his 40th and 41st RBIs of the year. 10 doubles for the rookie. And a modest 4-game hitting streak. Adley Rutschman goes out to talk to Jake Bennett. With Brandon Lau to the plate. Looking for at least a productive out, a quality at bat from Lau to get that man to third.
Yeah. Got to pull the ball. Pitcher knows that, though. So
yeah.
He's trying to do everything he can, not only to get you out, but to make it to where you can't pull the ball. Or if you do pull it, you pull it way foul. Look where the target is. See that target way outside? Of course, ball didn't go anywhere closer. That might tell you a little bit about Bennett right now. Is look how far he missed the target on that pitch.
Two-0.
Barely.
And that sweeper, it can really be a problem for a lot of left-hand hitters, but Lau.
Well, that's a pitch that's really tough for you when you're trying to pull the ball. You know, I mean, it's away and going that direction. A fastball on the outside corner, you can get out and pull that ball. You're probably going to pull it on the ground. But the breaking ball going away and being 6-7 inches off the plate, it's tough to get out and get that one. And being that it's an off-speed pitch, not only is it going to have to reach further, you're going to be there a little too soon. It's harder to wait on. It's a slower pitch.
Interesting what they decide to do here. The count of 3-2. They try and get him to chase another sweeper. It's a changeup that's fouled off.
Well, he's definitely going to pull the changeup. I wonder if he's thinking he might be able to get a swing and a miss on that pitch.
Yeah, it was down the middle too.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to throw that down the middle.
Another 3-2 pitch. He did it. Got them with the. That was the changeup that he wanted before.
Yeah, but that's where he wanted that other one. He was going for a changeup there. He's down 3-0.
Time for the Miller Lite moment. And Rafael Flores' last 3 at bats. 2 yesterday. This 8th inning home run. And then the 9th inning homer. And then his last time up, he homered off Jake Bennett. Yeah, Bob, to your point about that strikeout of Lau, though, that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, and even if he walks him, let's say Lau does not chase the 3-2 pitch. Now he's got a double play situation where he can roll a ground ball and get a couple of outs. But you got to try and do some stuff like that when you're down by 3 runs. If it was still no score, well, then maybe you go ahead and just make sure he hits the ball. If he does pull the ball to, or move the runner to third with 1 out, okay, you do something to deal with that. But when it's 3-0, I think he was in a spot where he had to make a pitch and try to get a swing and a miss once he got to 2 strikes, even though it was a 3-2 pitch.
Now the last Pirate to homer in 3 straight plate appearances, by the way, Jack Sawinski. 3 straight plate appearances back in April of 2023. Base hit to left. Valdez waved home. Throw goes to second. Rafael Flores makes it 4-0.
He's definitely making some noise with his bat here, isn't he? Getting some opportunities at major league level and coming through.
Flores drove in 6 runs yesterday, 2 at bats, his last 2 ABs, and here he's got 2 ribbies and 2 at bats. Merlin Valdez driving in a pair with a double. Here's Mangum. Four runs on 5 hits now for the Bucks. Trying to push that ball up first base line, and does, but it's a foul ball.
Good idea.
Ferris picked it up.
Probably wasn't the direction that he wanted it. I think he wants this to where the first baseman Contreras would have had to go out and get the ball out on the grass, way out on the grass, and then he wanted to be in a foot race that he could win with Bennett. He just got it too close to the foul line.
So his reaction, because he wasn't hearing anything or watching, he turned to the ump and said, fair or foul, what was it? He was looking to avoid the tag. One. A pop up. Contreras. Second out. Now Bennett looks to get Jared Triolo to end this 4th inning. Triolo, the 7th man to bat. It started with a base hit by Ronnie Simon. The 26th pitch of this 4th inning. 71 for the game for Bennett.
Yeah, this has not been what he's used to. far as his pitch counts. This will be his second game in a row where he's been roughed up a little.
He's now allowed 3 or more runs in each of his last 5 starts. A streak of 13 straight appearances where he pitched 5 or more innings to start his career, the longest in the majors since 2014.
His first and third start, he went 5 exactly, and then since then he's been rolling.
The question is he going to continue this streak of 5 innings or more? Hey. 3-1. If Triolo can find a way to get on, that bullpen's going to get a phone call. On deck is Henry Davis.
And what's very encouraging is, for this game, you get that 4-run lead, but they're doing this against a left-handed starting pitcher. It's very nice to see.
They've lost 8 of their last 9 games against lefty starters. And ball 4. He works the walk. Brings up Davis. Right now over on SNP Plus we have an unobstructed views broadcast going on over again on SNP Plus. Corey Graves and Stephen Brolt telling stories, taking a different look at the Buccos. That's right now over on our SNP Plus channel, and it's also streaming on SNP 360.
Get a little break out there, getting this visit. He's had to throw so many pitches this inning.
Pitching coach Andrew Bailey.
And as you said, Greg, he's close to not going his 5 innings.
Mentioned that if Triolo could get on, that bullpen's going to get a phone call, and indeed Giovanni Moran is starting to crank it up. They have 4 lefties in their bullpen too, by the way, including the ageless wonder Aroldis Chapman. So get used to a lot of lefties this series. The Vin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. Just missed the top of the zone. Davis in the hole, 0-2.
I bet him not a real hard thrower. He's been a low to mid 90s. That changeup he has really makes that fastball look a lot quicker, I'm sure. That fastball just 93. Could be getting a little tired.
Red Sox traded for him in December from the Nationals for a pitching prospect. Two and two. Yeah, this is pitch number 36 this inning, so got to be getting tired. Count sticks at 2-2.
Gone all fastballs here. Maybe, and knowing that this is his last hitter, he's trying to just empty the tank.
And he strikes out Davis on a changeup, but 8 to the plate. Pirates take a 4-0 lead.
On the ball in that last half inning and now have a 4-0 lead here at PNC Park. And speaking of bats, I'm holding an original bat used by Roberto Clemente. Why? Well, welcome to the Louisville Slugger museum and factory. In fact, this is the mobile museum. I'm going to ask Justin, our cameraman, to pan over to his right. You'll see some other bats that have been used by players like, oh, I don't know, Dave Parker, since the Red Sox are in town, Jim Rice, and others. Fans actually visiting the museum can grab that bat, as long as they're wearing white gloves, and take a couple swings. Justin, I'm going to ask you to pull back just a little bit and pan down, and you'll see a bat that is an authentic replica from Cool Papa Bell, which is pretty awesome. And then just to the left of that, you'll see some of the naming plates that were used to actually put the names on the bats. And then we'll take a walk over to the factory where the bats are actually made. So, guys, we get a chance to speak to players in the dugout and go to the clubhouse, and we see some of the equipment they use. And a lot of their bats, right, if they don't break, they get used up. A lot of chips, a lot of marks, a lot of scuffs. It's kind of cool to see what it looks like before all that happens. Brand spanking new. Really cool.
That was cool, the bat being made there. I think the Babe Ruth bat is finished, by the way. He's done.
That's the one you ordered, right?
That's the Ruth bat.
Yeah, I'll bring that up shortly.
Pretty much done.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, Justin, pan down. It creates quite the mess below that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, a lot of sawdust. Now, but still, lots of fun.
Yeah. That's
on
great.
top of the fun on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give this bat back to. Yep, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, don't drop that bat.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it up.
Yeah.
And the museum comes by, has been here before, but it never gets old because there's always different bats. And again, like I said, we get to see bats up close when they've been used, to kind of see them when they're brand new, knowing that they're going to be grabbed by the likes of Major League players. It's awesome. It's really fun.
And that is on display all 3 games of this series, we understand. A 4-pitch walk out of the blue, by the way, to start the inning from Chandler. We're now back at it against Duran, 1-2.
Well, I like the fact that after the walk, back out in front, 1-2 count.
He missed with 4 straight fastballs up and in to Chad Durbin. But now back ahead of the count, 1-2 on Duran.
Throwing hard. Good location with that 1-2 fastball. Well, he is throwing the ball inside this inning. These are not like changeups he's throwing inside. That's another 99-mile-an-hour fastball that you got to get out of the way of. It's got to get your attention.
3-2. It might be the first one of the night. A 3-2 count.
3-ball count
on Duran, who has been struggling and strikes out a bunch. They walked him. And a challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. This will be huge.
I think he tried to throw a backdoor slider. No, just stayed a little bit out on the porch. Didn't make it in.
So the door opens for the Red Sox. Andrew Monasterio. Back-to-back leadoff walks here in the 5th. Can Bubba Chandler get back in the attack mode here? Monasterio bounced to short in the 3rd inning. One ball, one strike.
Nick Monasterio was maybe complaining about getting quick pitched on that one.
Line to right. Fair ball. Kicks off the short fence. A run in. It's 4-1.
That's a nice job by Valdez. Line driving, hitting the chalk line, and he took the right angle to get to that ball real quick and just make sure it's a single. This could be a big difference, being able to hold him to a single here. Double play is still there.
Nobody out. Walks to start this inning. The 4-pitch walk to Durbin, and then they threw that 3-2 curveball to Duran and Monasterio, and now Eli White. Henry Davis pays Chandler a visit, and they are going to be very aggressive with this bullpen now. So Soto is up.
You know, Valdez goes down toward the corner a little bit more, and that's a double. Now you got second and third, nobody out. Figuring he'll probably get both those in, and that would make it a 4-3 ball game. So that little defensive, just taking the right angle on that ball off the fence down there was
smart play.
Important. I've really been impressed with the work that Valdez has done, even when he's been in the slump, still getting it done out there on defense.
Infield is back at double play depth. By the way, Johan Ramirez is on paternity leave. Wilbur Dotel up from the minors. One ball and one strike. Well, you really want Chandler to get White. You'd love to see him hit the ball on the ground. There's Wilbur Dotel. Because Chandler's going to be kicking himself. That 4-pitch walk to Durbin. They're throwing all these strikes in the first 4 innings. One and two.
You get this. Let's say you get out of this inning and it's 4-2. Nobody hurt.
No, that's not bad at all.
You're still fine. I'm going to try and get you a double play ball here. See, the danger is you try to really get this strikeout, and if you don't get it, let's say you mess around and now it's a 3-2 count. Now you got to come to him. He gets a base hit.
Struck him out with 100. Well, Bob, you thought that we'd see that. 100, and there it is.
But now if he hadn't have swung at that, now you're 2-2, and this is where, okay, no farther. Now you got to throw strikes. But he chased that ball. Was probably a good 4 or 5 inches above the strike zone. But he had that saved, didn't he?
Yeah.
100-mile-an-hour pitch.
Now Sogard.
Now if he gets a double play ball, he's out of here, and it's still just a 4-1 score.
Fly ball, shallow center. Runner at third, Duran is tagging. And Mangum's throw toward the plate is going to be off the mark. And it is 4-2. Sac fly. And on the play, Monasterio to second.
That was one of those plays you're just not sure whether he's going to go or not. One hopper, pretty much online. Not a bad throw.
Yoshida. Oh, 1 count. Oh, and 2.
Jumping out there ahead again. He's got a lot left in the tank. That was a 99.5. He has stepped that velocity up here last couple of hitters.
And the pickoff try. The Pirates just keep doing this. And I just don't understand it.
2 outs and an 0-2 count.
It's in fact, the 2 pitches before, Henry Davis was going to throw to second. A good throw gets him.
Well, that's because he laid there for like 3 seconds before he ran. And he could have made it in almost standing up if he. I don't think he realized the ball went in center field for a while.
It's the error on the pitcher. But the thing about it, Bob, is again, it's taking away. The most important thing is Chandler and Yoshida.
Another 99. Need to get to 0.6 for it to say 100. That one was 99.3. They always round up. Ooh, nice block. Hard slider in the dirt. Good job keeping that right in front of you. Get that man at third. There's a lot of pressure when you're catching. That one actually hit further out front than I thought it did. That was a real good walk.
It's 2-2. Error on Chandler, allowing the runner Monasterio to go to third. And Reynolds will make the catch. 2 in. 4-2 Pirates. Jordan Comedina, the catching coach, talking there to Henry Davis. And Bubba Chandler comes off and gets the hug, so he's done. And Don Kelly trying to reassure him they did a good job, but he's thinking about those walks.
He doesn't want to come out. You can tell there. He wants to keep pitching.
Yeah. Lefty Giovanni Moran now on in relief for Boston.
Opposition average just 160. Not many hits off Moran.
For the starter, Jake Bennett, the Red Sox lefty. He went 4, gave up 4, 5 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts. So his consecutive streak of going 5 or more ends. Gonzalez came in 3rd in the National League in hitting behind Luis Arraez and Otto Lopez. 309 batting average. Might stay in play if somebody gets to it. No.
Well, they got to it. They overran it.
Abreu, the right fielder. Contreras, the first baseman. The second baseman, Sogard.
ball actually hits, like, I think, beside Contreras.
Wilyer Abreu, Wilson Contreras, no play. So another shot here for Gonzalez. Another foul.
It's one of those where if one guy would have committed and called everybody off, then it would have probably been able to make a catch. But I think, as we could see, there was a lot of looking at each other, like, who's going to catch this? Oh my goodness. Where did that get him?
Sounded like it hit the helmet, but
I hope so.
Hit that C flap in front of is attached to the helmet.
Wherever it hit, he's shaking it off
and laughing about
it.
Just pointed. Donnie Kelly's got the helmet in his hand. He points to where it got him.
Wow. You see it? He's got a big smile on his face, like, no big deal.
Tyler Brooks, assistant trainer.
I think he's trying to make the point that, hey, Davis has taken 4 or 5 of those today off the mask, just like that. No big deal. They hit that extension part that comes off the ear flap?
I think so. Yeah. I think Tyler Brooks is asking him all the necessary questions when it comes to concussions as well. Exactly where it got him, how you feel. What day is it? And they're going to have him come out just for precautionary measures.
Maybe he gave a wrong answer. Yeah, you nailed it, Greg, right there on that flap that's attached to his ear flap that covers up his cheek. He turned his head just in time.
That C flap is pretty standard now in baseball these days. And thankfully, pitcher Moran, the catcher Rushman had reacted.
I can remember when guys didn't even wear ear flaps.
Or helmets, for that matter.
Well, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember guys not wearing helmets, but I do remember guys not wearing ear flaps, which is amazing to me nowadays.
Yeah.
And that C flap, I guess, is a cheek flap. Is that what the C is for, cheek? That makes all the sense in the world to wear one of those nowadays.
So now Jacob Gonzalez runs for Nick Gonzalez. Ronnie Simon. Seeing him try to push bunts up. Thinks maybe I got that measure. Could he do it again? Oh, that same pitch. Probably doing that on his own. The Pirates don't bunt much at all. Matter of fact, the Pirates have 6 sacrifice bunts all season. Only the Cubs have fewer, with 5. The Red Sox, meanwhile, have 28.
You know, a lot of times, too, you get the sacrifice. You don't know whether a guy's trying to sacrifice or not.
Right.
Might be trying to bunt for a base hit, but he got thrown out and the runner moved up, so he got a sacrifice. So, yeah, 6 is not a very big number at all.
Red Sox with 28, and that is second most in baseball. The Tampa Bay Rays 38. Yesterday, Wilson Contreras, in fact, sacrifice bunted just before a grand slam by Caleb Durbin. Sacrifice. The next guy walked and loaded the bases. Nelson Contreras, first base nowadays. He's no longer catching. The Cardinals moved him from that position a couple years ago. 0-2 the count. Still 0-2. The Red Sox are 5 games up for the second wild card in the American League. 65-56 record, 19-8 since the All-Star break. Pirates are 6 back of a wild card spot in the National League. Changeup gets Ronnie Simon. And Moran will face Ryan Reynolds now.
It seems like the lefties always have those excellent changeups. There you see the wild card in the American League. Red Sox 5 games into second place.
Oh, sliding stop, but the ball thrown past second on a stereo. Tried to get it to Sogard, and it goes an infield hit for Reynolds.
See, he's looking at the scoreboard. He's wondering, like everybody else, what happened. I think if he was going to throw to first, Greg, he should have turned and threw it like normal.
Get a little more on it. Get a little more on it.
The backhand's not going to work on a throw to first.
Well, it's first and second. Here's Esmeralyn Valdez. Swinging the bat better. Last time up, 2-run double.
Well, I really like that time. Last time up, he ripped it hard. He had home run velocity coming off the bat. It's the same way the last at bat started. Ball down and in for a ball.
Runners take off, and the throw goes to second, and it's a double steal. Jacob Gonzalez to third, Rushman through to second, Reynolds in there.
Well, that was going to be tough to throw out anybody. I mean, Reynolds didn't get as good enough jump because he can't run until he knows for sure that the double steal is on. But he had a giant lead, huge lead.
Now 2-1, and Buck stole a base. Now you steal a deal. Scan on screen for $25 off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You get a lead like he had, you don't need a big jump.
Infield comes in now. 2-1 count on Valdez. Last time up, last inning.
Same scenario.
Two and two. Moran looks for a strikeout with the infield in. Valdez picking up 2 ribbies with that double, has 41 runs driven in. Another 2-2 pitch. And he got him with that changeup. Second strikeout for Moran.
The pitch before really set this one up. Valdez was just a little bit late on the fastball, and you know that has to get in your mind as far as like, he's going to throw a fastball by me if I'm not a little quicker. And then you get the changeup.
Gregory Soto still up in the Pirates' pen. Big at bat here for Lau. Struck out both times against the starter, Bennett. The last time with a man on base. Another block by Rushman. Fly ball to right field toward the wall and clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Pow! Goes Lau. It's a 3-run bomb. Pirates take a 7-1 lead.
They went to the well a little too often there with that changeup and Lau.
26th of the year for Lau.
He's seen a few of them tonight. This one, center cut down the middle. He didn't miss that.
Oh, was that huge?
Makes a better game of it.
Brandon Lau. That's his 5th off a lefty.
How many RBIs do you have now?
77.
Wow.
26 homers. That home run brought to you by UPMC. Seven-2 Pirates. It comes right after the strikeout of Valdez. It was the second out. Lau had struck out his first 2 times up against the lefty starter Bennett. But that 3-run homer gives him 26 on the year, 77 ribbies. 7-2 Pittsburgh in the 5th. Yeah. Valdez says, thanks for picking me up. There's Ryan O'Hearn. That's hit hard. Oh, 8 up the second baseman, but Sogard recovers. A little juggling act to get Flores. Brandon Lau clubs his 26th, and the Pirates take a 7-2 lead. Home run. 7-2 Bucks, his 26th. Jacob Gonzalez, who pinch ran for Nick Gonzalez. He goes to short, and going from short to third, Jared Triolo. The new pitcher is lefty Gregory Soto.
Soto's numbers this year, lots of strikeouts. Interesting to see here the last 6 weeks of the season how the roles shake out in that bullpen. Soto in this instance coming in the 6th. I haven't seen him this early very often.
So
bullpen, a lot of new faces.
Came in the 6th inning for the first time. the last road trip in Milwaukee after Braxton Ashcraft went 5. Luke Weaver talking there to Mason Montgomery. Luke on the left. Two on Rutschman. Soto last worked Sunday here. Gave up a run in the 7th inning against the Mets. Rutschman goes down on the slider. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The 4th inning. Focus in on Jared Triolo.
He made the exchange in just over a half second. Did not take much time at all to get that throw to the plate. Or to release the throw to the plate.
See that Avatar he even gave the handshake to Lau afterward.
You could even see the cartoon character there. He took the couple little jab steps backwards. I mean, it's pretty
it's
accurate.
Great. It is so good. A big play to get Contreras at the plate in the 4th inning on the Abreu double. Strike was called, but
Batter down to the pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Wilson Contreras.
It is a ball. The Red Sox have 2 remaining.
Yeah, it's weird that I was really surprised that ball was.
Were you? Were you?
Yeah.
I wasn't. It looked pretty high to me. That pitch, it's a 4-pitch walk. After the strikeout of Rutschman. Well, your Abreu has lined out and doubled. Pirates got a home run from Rafael Flores Jr. opposite field in the 2nd inning to make it 1-0. They scored 3 in the 4th. Pop up, and they let it drop. And
why'd he throw to second? He had it out at first and then the double play.
Yeah, I think that's what Lau's wondering.
You throw the ball to first for the force out, and then you got Contreras in a rundown for the double play because Contreras can't run.
Right.
Now throw it to first. If you're going to let it drop, you can't throw to second. Then there's no reason to. My guess is Flores has never done that before. He must have heard Lau saying let it drop, but then you got to throw the ball to first base if you let it drop. Because the whole reason for letting it drop is because the runner can't go anywhere. He can't run. He's got to stay there. Throw it to first.
I'll tell you what, though, I don't know if it was at first. Was anybody there?
Wasn't Lau there?
No.
Wasn't the pitcher there?
No.
I don't know. I thought Lau was there. Did he look at first and see nobody was there?
Yeah, then he sprinted there. Oh, you're talking about Flores?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what he did, but nobody was there. I guess it's going to be a moot point.
We got to go to the cartoon characters and see.
Yeah, let's go back. Yeah. Presented by your Western PA Chevy dealer. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Beautiful sky. And a beautiful score, 7-2. And now Rafael Flores is back there talking to Chris Negron, the bench coach, and they're all trying to figure out maybe what, as it turns out, Gregory Soto did the job.
You're right, Greg. We watched the replay. There was nobody ready to throw the ball to. I mean, the play is perfect, but somebody's got to be at the bag so you can get the out.
Someone obviously yelling to Flores, let it drop, but no one was at first. And here is Alec Gamboa, another lefty. They've used now 2 of their 4 out of the bullpen tonight. They started the left-hander, Bennett.
The funny part of that to me is I don't think Flores ever looked at first after he got it on. Like, how did he know nobody was there?
I'm not sure he did. I think he just So again, I mean, not to make light of it, I guess you can now, but to go back, and they will, everything worked out fine. But the point is, if you're going to let it drop, make use of the drop.
Yeah, somebody's got to be there to throw the ball to.
Davis was yelling, let it drop.
And if you know, well, there's nobody to throw to, well, then just catch it.
Mangum retired on the bouncer to short. Now here's a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Get the guaranteed lowest mattress prices for life at Levin.
Gamboa replaces Moran. Will replace Bennett. And Triolo at the plate. He's lined to center field and walked. He's now playing third base as Nick Gonzalez left. And when we get an update on Nick Gonzalez's condition, we'll pass it along to you. To the count on Triolo. Leading by 5, looking for more. 9 outs to get. Camilo Doval looks like he'll be next in the reshaped Pirates bullpen, which really hasn't got the use that they're hoping to get out of it, at least pitchers in the proper roles, because Pirates haven't had leads often since the trades. 2 outs. Take a look at the road ahead report presented by AutoZone. Sonny Gray tomorrow, 14-3, a 2.79 ERA, and Jared Jones, 2.4 ERA, just over 5. The veteran Sonny Gray against young righty Jared Jones. The road report.
It was funny when you said that the Pirates haven't got the use out of their bullpen that they want to get. You know, you go back 20, 30 years ago, that was the goal, was to not use the bullpen.
Right.
But times have changed. And the bullpen is going to get the last 12 outs tonight. 9 more to go.
And that coming after the starter went the distance for the Pirates yesterday. A rare complete game.
85 pitches.
85 pitches.
With 10 strikeouts.
High fly ball to center. Pirates go down in order and on to the 7th. 7-2 Pittsburgh. Negro League Legacy Night, 7-2 Pirates. Josh Gibson t-shirts given away, and earlier Josh Gibson Foundation receiving checks for scholarship award winners, $2,500 each. And the great-great-great-grandson of Josh Gibson throwing out the ceremonial first pitch before the game. And Bob Nutting talking there to Sean Gibson, great-grandson of the great Josh Gibson, often referred to as the Black Babe Ruth. Here's Camilo Doval.
Doval, almost, well, this will be game number 50 for him this year. Just 44 innings. So he's got quite a few partials. Come in and get a couple outs.
Doval worked a scoreless inning on Wednesday down in Miami. Pirates were trailing 8-2, and he pitched a scoreless 8th, walked a couple.
That was an excellent slider. Got ahead 0-2 with a couple of sliders, and this is bad.
Bounce past the pitcher into center field. Jaron Duran. And let's go down to Dan Potash.
All right, guys, you know, we're still getting to learn Camilo, and I found out that he grew up caring for and riding horses on his family-owned farm in the Dominican Republic. In fact, he currently owns 3. Their names are Romeo, Cappuccino, and Zorro. In fact, his face lit up when I showed him some of the photos from his Instagram account. When he was little, his grandfather owned horses, and Camilo was always around them, even before he grabbed the baseball. Oh, by the way, he told me that Zorro, who is 5, is his favorite horse.
And which one's that? Do you know?
I'm not sure if it was the picture that we showed you. I had a chance to kind of float through his Instagram in front of him, and he didn't point out which one, but he did smile and said that's his favorite.
Good names.
Oh, Cappuccino? Come
yes.
on.
I think Zorro was the one he was riding.
Do you see? I was going to say I think it was Cappuccino.
Oh, and then yeah,
I think he's a little too dark
like,
for that one.
I'll tell you what.
In a cappuccino, isn't that lighter?
All right, so I'll find out and report back on Sunday.
Well, I think that you're saying it's Zorro, Dan's saying it's Romo, I'm saying it's Cappuccino, and we'll find out who was right. Dan will check it out for Sunday. National telecast tomorrow.
I think I saw a Z.
Oh, okay,
cheated.
now stop.
Huh. 2-1. Nobody out, looking for a ground ball now to Monasterio.
How many years did we do the ZU? That was at least a couple of it.
Yeah, the Zoltan.
Yeah,
probably a couple. 3-1. Was Zoltan born in 13 and stick around for 14 and 15? I don't know.
For a while.
Yeah.
As far as the signs that they've done, things that they've done over the years,
yeah,
I think that had the longest legs, kind of like a horse.
Well, ball 4, ground single, walk, 2 on, nobody out. There's up Eli White. And first trip to the mound from Bill Murphy, Pirates pitching coach. The Zoltan. Actually, it was 2012. There's Rod Barajas flashing it when he hit the walk-off. And Josh Harrison, who was here last weekend and was asked to flash the Z. Garrett Cole, his debut. Pedro Alvarez, and even in the booth.
Now, what was the bubble wrap about?
That's from the movie.
Oh, I didn't know the movie. So.
You didn't know that about the movie?
No,
you didn't watch the movie?
I've never seen the movie. Was the movie called Zoltan, or was it a movie that had characters?
Dude, where's my car?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I always know where my car is.
I always know where my car is.
Yeah. I always know where my car is. Yeah. I always know where my car is. Yeah. I always know where my car is. Yeah. I always know where my car is. Yeah. That you do.
Classic.
Yeah. You know your cars and your horse names.
Well, yeah, pretty good with horse names.
Yeah. This year it's the cone, by the way, the traffic cone.
Yeah.
Took hold early this year.
But the Z went on for about 3 seasons, you would say.
Yeah.
So
there's the cone.
the cone's going to have some legs to it to beat out the Z.
Eli White. Over there, Ryan Addison. White struck out twice against Chandler. Bubba Chandler went the 5 innings. One ball, no strikes. Four hits, 2 runs. Chandler. Soto a scoreless 6th. Did walk a man. Pirates traded for Duvall from the Yankees. Duvall, a National League All-Star, closer with the Giants 3 years ago. Catching prospect Omar Alfonso went to the Yankees along with the minor league outfielder.
It certainly has good stuff. Throws hard. Excellent slider. That last pitch was the sinker that he threw at 98. Definitely has a power arm.
His next strikeout will be his 400th of his major league career. Two on and no one out here in the 7th inning. The ground ball. White runs pretty well, so he's hard to double up. He'll get 1.
Yeah, just a roller, wasn't hit very hard. Yeah, you're up 7-2, so it's not essential to turn that double play.
So Jacob Gonzalez taking over at shortstop. Brandon Lau then on to Rafael Flores. So on the play, moving to third base, Jarren Duran, and White at first, and Nick Sogard at the plate. Sogard picked up an RBI with his sac fly to shallow center field in the 5th inning. There's that slider. Well, big years for the Giants for Camilo Duvall. 0-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes the count now. Nick Gonzalez removed from the game tonight, hit by the pitch on the helmet. He's being evaluated and being treated for a facial contusion. Center field going to drop in for a hit, make it 7-3. On the 1-2 pitch, Duran scores.
Ball in the middle of the plate. It's twice now. The inning got started on an 0-2 middle of the plate slider.
Sogard picks up his 2nd RBI. The batter, Masataka Yoshida. And they are going to be aggressive, as we said, with the bullpen. So Mason Montgomery will start to loosen. So Yoshida goes down on swinging. Now it's Rushman.
Yeah, that slider plays pretty well when he keeps it out on the edges. A couple of backdoor sliders there for strike 2 and 3.
He gives up the ground single to Duran to start the inning. He did walk Monasterio. Got White to put the ball on the ground. Weak hit by Sogard. And now Rushman.
99 upstairs a little bit.
Yankees traded for Doval, deadline deal last year from the Giants.
Big shots.
2-0 count on Rushman. Rushman in his 3rd game as a member of the Boston Red Sox. Number 1 pick overall in baseball, 2019 by the Orioles. Three and 0. On deck is Wilson Contreras. Rushman reaches, of course, Contreras represents the tying run. 24 home runs. Red Sox fans trying to get their chance going again. 3-1. 99 again from Doval. The 3-1 pitch and a pop up to center. Mangum to the track. Well, Doval gives up 1, but Pirates still lead it. And Romo, Zorro, Cappuccino. He's got a name.
Giddy up.
(7-3) ball game. Heading to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And let's recap what's happened so far in the game. Our dashboard report presented by your Western PA GMC dealers. 7-3 Pirates lead it. Jake Bennett started for Boston. Gave up 4 in for Bubba Chandler in line to get the win. Gave up a couple in 5 innings. Brandon Lau, big 3-run homer. Andrew Monasterio has been on base a couple of times. And Rafael Flores Jr. got the scoring started with an opposite field home run in the 2nd. He also had an RBI single in the 4th.
I really like the way Bubba pitched. I think the feeling of the way he pitched is better than that line.
Agreed. And this into the gap in right center field for Jacob Gonzalez. And into second base with a leadoff double, his first at bat of the night. He came on to pinch run for Nick Gonzalez and stayed on to play shortstop.
When you replace Nick, you got a hit. He smoked that one.
And now the time for Ronnie Simon, who likes to push the bunt up, and this time he takes a strike. Now looks down at the third base coach, Tony Beasley. Almost surprised it wasn't a full sack bunt on that one. On the first pitch. Now he squares. I think he missed that sign initially. 1-1.
Looking down there again. See if it's Still on 1-1.
Luke Weaver getting ready for the 8th.
And nobody's in close on the corners. Yeah, no, they're still not. I thought they started cheating in at third, but Durbin's staying back.
He bunts it to first. Moves the runner to third. And brings up Reynolds. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code. Log in with your provider and get direct access to live games plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love.
Made it easy on him. I mean, the way they were playing back at the corners.
Yeah.
It's like bunt it anywhere except back to the pitcher and you've done your job. Even though it was bunted firm right toward first base. I mean, if you were playing up and charging, you know, you might have a play on that firm bunt. But they were just saying, go ahead, move the runner. We'll take that.
Infield in now with Reynolds at the plate. And to the plate, the out is recorded. On a stereo to Rushman, gets Jacob Gonzalez.
Pretty play there on defense. Makes it a little tougher on the defensive player when you can hit it to his glove side in that situation. So after he makes the play, now he's going to have to square up his shoulders to make the throw. It's going to take a split second. And he accomplished that. Put a nice, accurate, quick throw home. Good job.
Reynolds at first base now with 2 outs. And Esmeralda Valdez count of 0-1. Reynolds has 9 steals in 9 tries this season. He would like to get to second. Knowing Reynolds, he's kicking himself for not getting that ball past an infielder. Two and one.
Be nice just to see Valdez really get into one again. Need his bat to get hot. We obviously saw what he's capable of the whole month of July.
Two and two. RBI double in the 4th inning against the lefty starter Jake Bennett. Now the rookie Alec Gamboa for Boston, making his 9th major league appearance. Bounce to deep third. That's a fair ball. And on to first base and gets past Contreras. And Reynolds is headed home. 8-3 Pirates.
A tough play right down the line. Long throw from foul territory, and it just sailed on him. Not only was it low, but I guarantee that had a little side spin on it. And that ball just kept going further and further to the right.
One of the better defensive third basemen, Caleb Durbin, infield hit and an error, allowing the run to score, and Valdez to second. Billy Cook will pinch run for him.
Kind of like throwing from the outfield, making that throw. And outfielders, they strive to have that perfect backspin on the ball so you don't get any slice one way or another. The third baseman tries to do that same thing when he's that deep in foul territory. You don't want to have to play your slice.
Infield hit and an error on the throw. So 2 more hits for the Magician tonight. Lau had a big 3-run homer his last time up against the lefty Moran. Most homers at home in a season. The Pirates creeping up. Now hit 80 here at PNC Park. Rafael Flores and Brandon Lau with home runs here tonight. Get that total to 80.
86 and 2000. That would have been the last year at 3 runs,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I thought they only hit 85. Oh, that's right. John hit that home run on the last day, made it 86.
Oh, that's so good.
I forgot about that.
How could you forget of that one? 2-2 the count on Lau. And now 3-2. And Flores is on deck. Approaching the wall, and boy, almost misplayed.
Wow.
By Abreu. Pirates get one, lead 8-3.
Had it all the way.
By Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. And by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it, so you can stand in it. Honoring the Negro Leagues on Negro League Legacy Night, and the Pirates are up on the Red Sox 8-3. This Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust. Luke Weaver.
Hey, looks. Been a lot of games this year. 45 innings. Excellent ERA. 1.80, and the opposition average also very low. Been giving up very many hits.
Traded over at the deadline to Pittsburgh from the Mets. So just his second Pirate appearance. New outfield alignment. Jake Mangum moves from center to left. Billy Cook stays in the game to play center, and from left to right goes Reynolds. Sure what the holdup was there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now the pitch clock is going to be in a 4. Nice little change up. Start off Contreras with.
1-2. Weaver made his Pirates debut last Friday against his former club, the Mets. Pitched a scoreless 9th inning. The Mets won that game 6-4. Now his second Pirate outing. His 8th major league club. Veteran Luke Weaver. Came to the big leagues as a starting pitcher with the St. Louis Cardinals. A few years with St. Louis. Pitched for the Diamondbacks, Royals, Reds, Mariners. Really with the Yankees where he started to turn his career around. Struggled as a starter. ERA 6.87 with the Reds 3 years ago. And he's found his home in the bullpen. And he's been one of the most effective relievers in all of baseball.
Everybody has to find that niche, you know, what it is they do really well. And Weaver did that. I'm sure he was one of the most highly sought after relievers at the trade deadline. That's where having a number of phone calls. The Pirates did a nice job of adding to their bullpen. Spot that had been a struggle for most of the season.
Traded prospect Sammy Stafura, infielder, to the Mets to get him. Blake Bacher in the middle there. Between Mason Montgomery and Isaac Mattson. He was acquired from the Marlins. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Abreu. So we saw Camilo Doval pitch last inning. Acquired from the Yankees. Weaver has given up 9 earned runs in 45 1/3 innings this year. 11 unintentional walks and a fly ball to right. And here's Reynolds. And now here's a message from attorney David Schrager.
I'm attorney David Schrager. Call or text my cell to speak to me directly for a free consultation. Don't be scared. Be prepared.
Weaver faces Caleb Durbin with 2 outs and nobody on, and the Pirates leading by 5.
Hey, don't swing!
And a pop up on the infield. Shortstop Jacob Gonzalez called off by Mangum. 1-2-3 for Luke Weaver. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-3 Pittsburgh. Presented by AHN, official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates. And by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries. Pirates lead 8-3 over the Red Sox here in the first of 3. 32,036 on hand. Here's Rafael Flores Jr., 3rd inning of work for Alec Gamboa. Rafael Flores opposite field homer in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, not a ton of at bats, so the OPS kind of flops around a little bit quickly with him, but he's got it up over 1,000 now. I mean, he is off to a nice start here.
Trying to leg out an infield hit.
I think he's got another knock. Having 3 hits on the night.
Durbin.
He's playing back and had to try and rush his throw.
And they do give him a base hit. Well, he is 3 for 4 in this game. See what Jake Mangum does. 0 for 3 in this one. He's liable to drop down a bunt, but swings away.
They probably thought about it with the left-handed pitcher. Anybody that likes to bunt, they see the lefty out there, that always goes through their mind. They think, well, if I can make that first baseman come off the bag and have to field the ball, then it's just me and the pitcher in a race to see who can get there first.
Line to right.
Hit it hard, 98 off the bat.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pittsburgh Pirates gear. A lot of Bucko gear here tonight at PNC Park. First of 3 with Boston. The Tigers come in Monday. Jared Triolo 0 for 2 with a walk. On strike on Triolo. Kirby Yates, another pitcher brought in at the deadline. We'll try and get the last 3 outs. Towards short, and they will turn 1 and 2. Nice turn there on a stereo to Sogard.
Very quick.
SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. And by #1 Cochran Club One Rewards. Earn points, save money, and get discounts on gas. Join for free at club1rewards.cochran.com. 8-3 Pittsburgh. We're going to win the first of this 3-game series, 6-game homestand, make it 2 in a row, and Kirby Yates looks to lock it down here. Veteran righty.
They've been around quite a while. Definitely has a little gray in the beard.
Aaron Duran. Well, the official score has taken one of the hits away from Valdez. The 7th inning, it's a straight 2-base error on Durbin.
Was that the throw that sailed on him?
Yeah.
Tough error. I mean, he was deep and in foul territory, but big league third baseman, especially somebody like Durbin, they're obviously going to make that play most of the time, even though it's a long, difficult throw.
What made him change? That's interesting. You wouldn't think anybody's lobbying to take. I mean, it doesn't hurt any.
I don't think you can do that. Can you lobby anymore?
Well, I think you
couldn't do that.
Well, you can. Maybe
you can now ask the league to change
it. A PR person can ask the official score just to go back and look at it. You know, not lobby, but.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then down the road, you can file it to the league. There's a strikeout for Yates to start the 9th. Tomorrow night's game, national TV on Fox. Our next broadcast here on SNP is Sunday afternoon. Paul Skeens on the mound against Patrick Sandoval. Coverage for that one will start at 12:30. There's Paul Skeens. On a stereo. But Chandler went 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts. In line to win his 6th. Gregory Soto, a scoreless inning. Duvall gave up a run in 1. Weaver, a 1-2-3-8. Fly ball right center field. This will be the 2nd out of the 9th inning.
Veteran like Yates, he knows what the score is. He's just coming in throwing strikes, getting it done.
One more out to get. Pirates leading at 8-3. Jared Jones tomorrow night against Sonny Gray. Puck's about hit the Sox. 9-6. Little shallow pop up, and it'll drop in for a hit. Eli White, his first hit of the night.
Came off the bat at 58 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Look for a hit.
Nick Sogard, 2 RBIs in this one. Challenge from Henry Davis. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
It is a ball. Pittsburgh has no challenges remaining.
Might as well at this stage. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
Every night, every win, pretty precious at this stage. The Bucks would love to get on a nice streak. Hopefully tonight's the 2nd step of that streak. Ashcraft with a phenomenal start. And tonight, Bubba was really good. Even though he was only out there for 5 innings, he had that feeling this is the night he could have probably pitched 6 or 7.
Ground ball and into center.
This ball was hit pretty hard. He scooted through that infield quickly.
After 2 quick outs, a little pop-up that drops in on the outfield grass for a hit. A single to center. And out comes the pitching coach again, Bill Murphy. And with that, the Pirates are going to get Mason Montgomery up.
Now you're hoping that little 57 mile an hour off the bat pop fly would have been the final out of the game. Fell in no man's land. And now a ground ball finds a hole. No reason to panic. Big deal. But you do have to get somebody up. You got to have contingency plans.
If Yoshida reaches, very likely going to see Mason Montgomery. It would become a save situation. With the switch hitting Adley Rutschman on deck. This 39-year-old veteran who first made it to the big leagues back in 2014 with the Tampa Bay Rays. Kirby Yates.
Splitter was dancing a little bit up.
Yeah. Yates originally drafted by the Boston Red Sox back in 2005 out of a high school in Hawaii. 26th round pick. Did not sign with them. Ended up signing with Tampa Bay 4 years later. 2-1. Ground ball. Base hit. Makes it 8-4. Yoshida brings home Eli White. And Don Kelly. Is he going to turn Rutschman around?
Any of these last 3 balls have been hit, could easily be the last out, but they're perfectly placed. 3 in a row.
Kirby Yates cannot believe it. Upset with himself.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he can't control, exactly where they were hit. The one ground ball was fairly firm, but he did his job.
Back in the dugout, was hoping that he could save Mason Montgomery from having to pitch here, but Montgomery will come on and try to save it.
Well, yeah, he's got 2 quick outs, and then he just got 3 balls in a row that were hit perfectly in the infield, through the infield. So Montgomery will have to get this final out. And you look at those great numbers he has, he's more than capable of that. 75 strikeouts in just 47 innings.
The bases Adley Rutschman, who is 0 for 4 tonight. Two balls, no strikes. A 100 there from Montgomery.
Right on that inside corner. Makes it even look faster.
1 and 2. Another 100.
That one, they had to round down to get to 100 on that one.
Struck him out, raised the Jolly Roger. Challenge coming from Rutschman. So the delayed celebration, ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it is a ball.
Yeah, strike the colors.
So now it's 3 and 2. Raise the Jolly Roger. Hoist the colors again.
Guys in the ropes are getting tired out there. Right?
The save for Montgomery. 32,036. On hand to see it.
Really a nice game coming home against a very hot Red Sox team after that big game that was played the last day down in Miami with Ashcraft just dominating the way he did. This was a good win here. I like the feeling. Off to a good start this homestand.
On top of the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game, how about Rafael Flores Jr.? Talk about that good feeling yesterday. It carried over for him, certainly. He homered his last 2 at-bats yesterday in Miami. Homered his first at-bat in the second to make it 1-0. RBI single in the 4th. He even picked up an infield hit in the 8th, a 3-hit night for him. As the Pirates defeat the Red Sox, the first game of this 6-game homestand. The Pirates get their 60th win of the year. And Dan Potash will have our post-game guest here momentarily, but Chandler gets the win.
Honorable mention to Bubba for he set a tone the way he was pitching there in the first 5 innings. I think really set this win up big time.
Yeah, Bubba Chandler goes to 6 and 8. Brandon Lau had a big home run in the 5th inning tonight. Let's go downstairs to Dan.
All right, guys, thank you very much. You know, they say that hitting is contagious. You know, it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. After putting up 13 runs yesterday, what was behind another 8 tonight?
I think just rolling off good at-bats, you know, passing the baton, not trying to do too much of the plate, let the guys work and take good at-bats.
You got a couple looks at Jake Bennett early on. He got you swinging. What did you learn from those 2 at-bats that helped you go deep with your 21st career home run against the Red Sox in your 3rd at-bat?
I finally make an adjustment on a changeup one time.
You know, it was nice to see Braxton go lights out yesterday against Miami. Your thoughts about what Bubba was able to do today? He's now 3-0 in his last 6 starts. It seems like he's picking up some momentum.
Yeah, no, he's been great for us. Obviously, Braxton, you know, doing what he did yesterday is impressive as all get out. Trying to follow that up is a little difficult, but, you know, Bubba slid right into that role, and, you know, he's finding his way. He's attacking guys, and he's making it tough on the other team.
Good luck tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night, I should say, with more offense. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Brandon Lau and the Pirates victorious. That's 2 in a row, boys. We'll see you tomorrow night.
26 home runs for Brandon Lau. That 3-run homer off the lefty Moran in the 5th inning. That gave the Pirates a 7-2 lead. And for him, 26 homers and 77 runs batted in on the year. And the Pirates have won 2 straight. And they down the Red Sox here tonight in front of over 32,000 at PNC Park. 8-3, Pirates win it. Rob King, Michael McHenry, and Matt Capps coming to you next. 8-4 Bucks.